On March 11, 2011, Soma City in Fukushima was hit by a tsunami that claimed 486 lives and destroyed over 5,000 homes. Waves of merciless water engulfed a peaceful fishing village right in front of residents' eyes. Witnesses say tsunami, estimated to be 9 meters high, broke through those barriers behind me, and within minutes it reached the edge of the town and went on to destroy everything in its path. 10 years after the disaster, a residents group holds a regular meeting in a temple where people took refuge. Each has their stories to tell. Although it pains them to remember, the residents say it would be more painful if people forgot what Fukushima had suffered. The residents recollected the 10 years that had passed. Toshiro Adachi, a veteran fisherman, knew that he had to take his ship out to the sea when the tremor hit. He rode a couple of incoming waves and made it into safe waters. He looked back and could not believe the sight he saw.
I thought it was smoke from fires. It was not like the usual white waves. It was black, as though it had scooped everything from the bottom of the sea.
Hitoshi Kusano and his wife barely escaped the tsunami that destroyed their house. They ran out towards the nearest high ground, and when they turned round, their house was nowhere to be seen.
My neighbor's wife and grandmother came up there. I turned around, but the waves took them. I could not do anything. If I had tried, I would probably not have made it.
I asked Kusano what separated life and death.
There were 6 people killed just from this neighborhood. I saw 2 to 3 people being carried away by the waves over there. I climbed up to that high ground on the other side and survived. I think only being on the left or right side of the road made a difference between life and death.
Koichi Tachiya ran out from his barbershop when the tremor hit. He made his way inland towards his wife's parents' house to check if they were okay. It was a wise decision, but stroking the stone monument he and his partners built for the victims, he says he cannot get over the guilt he has carried for 10 years.
I lost a few of my relatives and aunt. I still question why I did not call them and ask them to evacuate with me. My aunt lived nearby, but I could only think of my family at the time. It was the first time I've experienced such a disaster. I was confused. I knew the phones did not work, but I still wonder why I did not try to call them.
Tachiya and his associates pledge to contribute whatever they can to the reconstruction of the city, but some things are beyond their control.
I am a fisherman, so I am concerned with the nuclear power plant, the contaminated water and the plant's decommissioning. They said it would take 30 to 40 years, but it has already been 10 years and still, it's looking like it's going to take another 30 to 40 years.
Adachi says reconstruction will not be complete until the damaged nuclear power plant is fully decommissioned. Terrence Terashima, CGTN, Soma City, Fukushima.